Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. Benchmark bond rates are on the move higher as the bond market passes its judgment on the geopolitical trade situation and the US Fed signals. Basically, they're pricing in risks where the American inflation risks are not contained and there is no real resolution to the trade tensions triggered by Trump. In Japan, their central bank kept its benchmark short-term rate unchanged at 0.5% in October and extending a pause since the last hike in January. It was the market-expected decision, but it was a split 7-2 result, with two members pushing for a rise to 0.75% as they had at the prior meeting. In Europe, with inflation under control and its economy humming along at a modest pace but near potential, the ECB left all their settings unchanged, both interest rates at 2.15% and their balance sheet rundown pace. It has been a long time since they can claim their objectives are running as they would like. Meanwhile, overall economic sentiment is picking up in the EU, consistent with the improving economic data. So it'll be no surprise to know that third quarter EU GDP rose from the second quarter to be 1.5% higher than a year ago. Globally, passenger air travel rose 3.6% in September from a year ago, with international travel up 5.1%. This was led by Asia Pacific's 7.4% increase and trailed by North America's 2.5% rise. US domestic travel stood out with its 1.7% fall, the only region to record a shrinkage. Container freight rates rose another 4% last week as the China-US West Coast and the China-EU rates picked up notably. Overall, they're now 41% lower than year-ago levels. Bulk freight rates fell 4.9% last week to be 42% higher than year-ago levels. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.10%, up 7 basis points from yesterday after the Fed announcement and the US-China talks. And the price of gold will start today at $3,999 an ounce, up $6 from yesterday. But American oil prices are unchanged at just on $60.50 a barrel, while the international Brent price is just on $65 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now on 57.5 US cents, down 30 basis points from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're unchanged at 87.7 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're also little changed at 49.7 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just under 62.1 and down 30 basis points from yesterday. You can get more news about the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again on Monday.